All right, let's talk about something that gets every single one of us out of bed in the morning. Motivation, right? It's that fire, that engine that drives our biggest wins. But what happens when that engine starts to redline? When the very thing that's supposed to push you forward, well, starts pushing you right off a cliff.
Seriously, I want you to stop and really think about this for a second. Is your motivation slowly killing you? I know, it sounds a little dramatic, right? But that ambition, that need to succeed, could it actually be the villain in your story? Stick with me, because by the end of this, you'll see why that's a question we all have to ask ourselves. Look, we all know motivation can be our greatest ally, our superpower, really. It's what keeps that student going through an all-nighter. It's what makes an athlete squeeze out one more rep. It's the reason an entrepreneur risks everything for an idea. It's that little voice inside that just keeps saying, "You got this."
And honestly, without it, where would we be? The greatest works of art would never have been made. The highest peaks would still be untouched. It's the magic that turns what if into what is. It is for sure a force for incredible good. But you know what they say, every superpower has its kryptonite.
And that's where we get to the heart of it all today. This dangerous moment, this line in the sand that I'm calling the tipping point. This is that exact razor-thin moment where your biggest strength, that incredible motivation of yours, just flips, and it becomes your most destructive weakness.
So what is the tipping point? It's that moment when what's being asked of you is just more than you can give. And your motivation? It stops being a help and starts actively hurting your performance. Now, let's be super clear here. This has nothing to do with being lazy. It has nothing to do with being weak. It's about being pushed past your limits. It's when that pressure to succeed gets so heavy that it stops being fuel and starts, well, crushing you. Okay, so check this out. It's like pressure has two completely different personalities. On one side, you've got the good stuff, positive pressure. This is when you feel challenged, excited. It actually makes you focus better. But once you cross that tipping point, you're in the red zone. That feeling of challenge, it's replaced by flat-out anxiety. Excitement turns into pure exhaustion. And you're not building resilience anymore. You're on a fast track to burnout. So what exactly is it that pushes us over that edge? It's rarely just one thing. I want you to think of them as a gang of villains, a crew of what I call passion thieves. They're sneaky, and their whole job is to steal that fire that makes you, you. Let's unmask them, one by one. All right, meet thief number one. And this guy is probably the most common of them all, a total lack of control. It's that sinking feeling that you're not in the driver's seat of your own life anymore. You're just along for the ride, and it's a scary one. This quote just says it all, doesn't it? Let's picture a student, super dedicated, really motivated, wants to make their family proud. In the beginning, that pressure is great. It helps them get top grades, but pretty soon the schedule is just insane. The assignments are piling up, and they've lost any say in their own day. That motivation to succeed is still there, deep down, but now it's all tangled up with this terrifying feeling of being completely powerless. And listen, this isn't just a hunch or a feeling. It's a medical fact. The Mayo Clinic points to this exact lack of control as one of the biggest reasons for job burnout. That passion you started with, it doesn't feel like your choice anymore. It feels like a prison. And bit by bit, that inner fire just fizzles out. Okay, on to our second passion thief. And this one is just as destructive. The weight of injustice. It's that awful feeling that the whole game is rigged against you, that no matter what you do, the system is just unfair. Let's switch gears and head to the world of sports. Think about an athlete. They live for the competition, right? That drive to win is everything. But what happens when they start seeing other people getting ahead who don't deserve it? Or the rules keep changing for no good reason? Yeah, the pressure to win is still there, but the reason for winning, the why, it just starts to fall apart. You see, injustice is a straight-up motivation killer. It rips out your drive and replaces it with anger. And then, even worse, with apathy. You just stop caring. I mean, why would you give it your all when it feels like the outcome is already decided? It makes all your effort feel completely and totally pointless. So these thieves, this lack of control, this feeling of injustice, they don't just show up and cause a meltdown overnight. Oh no, it's a much slower process. It's a predictable, step-by-step collapse. Let's take a look at the anatomy of exactly how that happens. It all starts in a pretty good place, actually. Stage 1, moderate pressure. This is the sweet spot, right? You're locked in, you're performing at your peak, you're in the zone. But then you start to drift into stage 2, excessive pressure. This is the tipping point. Anxiety starts creeping in. Exhaustion is setting in. You're working even harder, but you're not actually getting better results. And then comes stage 3, collapse. Your performance just falls off a cliff. And it's not just your work, your mental and physical health take a nosedive too. You, my friend, have officially burned out.
Now, to pull all of this together, I want to walk you through one final story. It's the story of an entrepreneur, and it shows exactly how all these forces can come together to take someone from the absolute peak of their passion to the very edge of collapse.
So picture this. It all starts with a dream. Our entrepreneur, she has this incredible passion to build something totally new. This is motivation in its purest form. The pressure's on, for sure, but it's the good kind. It's thrilling.
So, her journey begins. In year 1, it's amazing. High passion, positive pressure, the company is growing fast. But then, year 2 hits, and with it, financial trouble. The pressure gets intense, and boom, there's our first thief, lack of control over the market. By year 3, she's hit the tipping point. That passion now just feels like a crushing weight on her shoulders. And by year 4, she's on the verge of collapse. The joy she started with is completely gone, replaced by a constant, nagging fear of failure. And that right there is the ultimate tragedy of the tipping point. The very same fire that built her dream is now threatening to burn the whole thing to the ground. Her motivation didn't just fade away, it turned on her.
So I'm going to leave you with this final thought. Take a hard look at your own drive, your own ambition. Who's in charge? Are you the one leading, using it as a tool to build the life you want? Or has it started leading you, pushing you closer and closer to a tipping point of your very own? Because at the end of the day, the choice of who's in the driver's seat is yours.